Hey everybody, this is Ben. I'm making a video of how to make bread, and during the video I'm going to be explaining what happens in the bread, what the chemical reactions happen, and I've never really made bread before, so I don't know what this will turn out, but I'll try anyway. Okay, so the first step says, large bowl, add warm water. Okay, got that. I don't really know how much, so I think I just called it. That's good. Okay, then add yeast. Now, yeast is a fungus, and it's used to create CO2 and alcohol. So I don't really know how much to add in here. Yeah, I think that's enough. I have no idea what I'm doing. Then it says stir. So slowly stir. Do that. Alright, so I skipped ahead because I figured you didn't want to see me mixing it for 2 minutes. Here's what it looks like right now. The yeast has mixed with the water. Hasn't started multiplying yet because we haven't added any sugars yet, which is what the flour is made of, and sugar right here. So that's the step now. It says we gotta add salt. I don't know how much salt to add, so I think just add that much. And then sugar. It still doesn't say how much sugar I'm supposed to add, so I guess that's good. Maybe a little more. Yeah. And then milk. What the hell do I need milk? Alright. Just maybe a little. Like such. And then stir. Let's skip this part. Okay, so I added the mixtures, and I think right now the yeast is feeding off the sugar, which is producing CO2 and ethanol, which is alcohol, I think. And what yeast does, it's really just to change the protein structure to prevent a chewy structure. You don't want chewy bread. It also enhances the flavor, and the main part is it produces carbon dioxide gas to create a light and airy texture, which is the air bubbles you see inside bread. So what yeast is, it's a single-celled fungi that rapidly reproduce asexually, which means it has sex with itself. And it does it in the right conditions, which for bread would be about 80 Fahrenheit to 90 Fahrenheit. But once you bake it, it kills all the yeast, and it also evaporates the alcohol, so that's why you don't get drunk off of bread. Okay, step number 3, mix 3 cups of flour. Okay, measure out a cup. I'm not putting in too much flour. I don't think I've used enough water. Alright, I gotta mix it. Here's what it looks like right now. Just a sloppy mess. We'll skip this part. Alright, so I'm back. Turns out I didn't add nearly enough water as I should have, so I had to go back and fill some more. But here's what the dough looks like. I gotta pour it out in here, and then add some more flour, and then I gotta knead it. Kneading it removes any gas bubbles that may be trapped, so that the yeast can be free to make their own CO2. If you have just oxygen in there, it could ruin the flavor, and it also interferes with the rising of the dough when it gets made. Alright, big gooey mess on the board, so I'll add more flour. Mix that around and get my hands dirty. Ah, God. I think I need more flour. Ew. That's kind of gross and sticky and nasty. I think I'll skip this part. I don't think I did this right. So, my hands aren't sticky anymore. And this is how the dough should look. I put powder on the edge so it wouldn't stick to the side. Yeah, so the next step is to put it in a bowl and let it rise for an hour. So, I will be back in 1 hour. So let me talk about what the rising process is. The yeast feed off of the monosaccharides in the flour, and I believe I already told you that, but as they're doing that, it creates CO2, which creates more and more gas, and allowing the dough to rise gives it a more airy texture in the bread. So I will end the video now and be back after it's risen. So, hey everyone, I'm back. Right now it's like 11 o'clock, so I'm like freaking tired. I had to wait like an hour for the bread to rise, so I started filming it at like 9:30, so I'm just freaking tired right now, but anyway, I got the dough. As you can see, when I first placed it in, it was flat. Now, since I placed the covering on, and the yeast has had time to feed off of the carbohydrates in the flour, so it's created gas, CO2 gas, and also alcohol. But as I said earlier, you don't get drunk from eating it because it gets burned off when you bake it. But you can definitely see that the yeast have created have really done their job in creating gas, the CO2. So, if I pull out the goddamn plastic now. Oh, look at that. There we go. So, it should taste a little like alcohol right now if I eat it, which I think I will. I don't know. You can taste the alcohol. That's actually kind of good. Alright. So I think I need to put more flour on the board. Move this out of the way. Just empty this thing out on it. But, there we go. All the flour. Let's hope it's enough. Getting this out is going to be a little difficult. Alright, get the rest out of here. Oh. Very sanitary. Okay. Cover this with some more dough, and I'll shape it into the classic bread shape. It takes a surprising amount of dough to make one bread roll. But yeah, okay, so the yeast definitely did its job in making the CO2. It'll definitely improve the airiness texture of the dough. Let's see, take a look at this. Form dough in loaf and punch it. Okay. I think what this is supposed to do is remove any cracks, but I'm not really sure. Kind of fun though. Alright. I think it's pretty good. I'll stop the video right. Alright, so I set the oven, preheated the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And keep in mind that'll kill the yeast and it will also evaporate the alcohol. So to make for what kind of bread I wanted, I think I decided to make one big loaf and then 2 rolls. And yeah. Oh, there's the oven. Gotta put it in. Alright, since the oven is now ready for me to bake my bread, I got to put it on this thing. Now, I don't want the bread to burn and stick to the pan, so you gotta lightly grease the bun. Oh, that's good. Okay, then I want to score the sides of the bread so that the heat has a way to escape, so that it doesn't build up and create these humongous bread bubbles. Nobody likes that. Alright, the score mark's on. Time to transfer this to the thing without. It'll be difficult. Alright, one down. Okay, I'll pop this baby in the oven. That'll wait about 30 to 45 minutes and it should be ready to eat. Alright, so while it's in the oven I was able to get some cleaning done, and it is now 11:30 and I'm tired. I just want to get this done, but here, I'll bring the camera over here so you all can see how the bread's doing. Get a nice look at my kitchen. Okay. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, I think once it's done, I'll be able to tell because the edges are like brown. But, alright, so I made the bread. It is now 12 after 12 o'clock, and I'm so freaking tired. And, I think it turned out pretty good. It smells good. Yeah, I'll turn it around so you can see. Yeah. Looking good. Okay. So I think now I'll cut a piece in half so you can see the inside. Oh, that smells good. So you can see the inside. You can see the tiny little air bubbles, and it's very light and fluffy. Now that's due to the heat and the yeast. The yeast gave it a very light and fluffy texture. So, hope you liked the video. This has been Ben Becker, making some bread. See ya.